area of a circle. This is basically what we did today in class, but I wasn't able to record the video earlier. So area is a measure of the number of squares that cover a flat surface. That's really important, the number of squares. Area is two-dimensional. One dimension is length and the other dimension is width. Because area measures these two dimensions, units are always squared, such as centimeters squared or feet squared. So if a problem asks you for the number of square feet or the number of square yards, you know that they are asking for the area. All shapes have an area, even a circle. So what we talked about today was the fact that you're really used to finding area of shapes like this rectangle. You know that the area is, this is a 4 by 3 rectangle, so 4 units by 3 units is 12 square units. I'm just going to put units squared. And we know this because we have a formula. Area is length times width, or your math chart actually says base times height. Same thing. We know this because we have a formula, and we can also count the number of squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's probably the easiest shape to find the area of. But what if we have a circle? Can we use the formula length times width or base times height? Well, do we have a length or a width on a circle? Do we have a base or a height on a circle? No, we have a curved surface. So we can't use the formula length times width. So the formula that we actually use is area pi r squared. R squared. Pi times the radius squared. Now what we really want to focus in on is r squared. Radius squared. When we were talking about squaring numbers back from the first 6 weeks, we were talking about actually naming the dimensions of a square. So 3 squared literally means that we would draw a 3 by 3 square with an area of 9. 5 squared literally means that we are creating a 5 by 5 square with an area of 25. So for area of a circle, we are going to create radius squares. So let's take a look at this circle. The radius of this circle is 3 units. We need to create a radius square. So 3 units squared means a 3, so because the radius is 3, the radius square would be 3 squared, or 3 by 3. So this is a radius square. So we can take this radius square and it covers one part of the circle. We can take another radius square and it covers more of the circle. And we can take a third radius square and it covers more of the circle. Now what happens if we take 4 radius squares? So if we have 4 radius squares, we actually no longer have a circle. We have created one large square, and our whole circle is covered, but we have also these pieces that are left over. So what we actually need to do is remove one of our radius squares. So we still have these leftover pieces right here. And what we can do is actually cut off those leftover pieces. So I could take them, which is what I wanted to show you, and actually cut them off and place them right here to fill in the rest of the circle. And you would find that we would fill in almost the entire circle, and we'd have a little tiny piece that wasn't covered. So let's go back to our formula and let's think about what pi r squared actually means. Area is, so pi, which is 3.14 or 3 plus some times a radius square. So that's where our formula comes from. 3 a little more than 3 radius squares. So if we were actually to multiply this out, we would say 3.14 times, what was our radius? 3 squared. So that is 3.14 times, what is 3 squared? 9. And 3.14 times 9 is 28 and 26 hundredths units squared. So our area is actually 28 and 26 hundredths units squared. And let's go back to our picture. Remember, what was the area of this radius square? It was 9. This one was 9, and this one was 9. And the area, so if we add all of those up, we could say approximately 27. But remember, I said there would be a little bit left over after we finished covering everything. So if you estimate about 3 radius squares, you're going to get your actual answer to be a little bit more than 3 radius squares.